Hey guys, so I'm going to go over a little bit about the contact form. So if we go in here, we can edit this. I'm in my contact page, but if you don't have a contact form on your page, you can always add a form here. And it's pretty much the same thing. I'm going to delete that though. So if I go here, click on the form, we can get the edit button here, and we can change the form name. We can change the button text if we want to. I think submit works well. Edit form fields, you can add fields here. Lots of different options if you want to customize your form fields. You can add a description, you can make it required, you can delete the field. Email, so these are the ones that are currently on the form. You can add more, you can delete them, you can edit each one of these to make them the way you want them to look. Design of the form, we can change the form style. There's a couple different options that you can choose from. I'm going to leave it the same as it is. Button style, you have 3 different buttons with Squarespace with different stylings. Supposedly mine are all, I think, the same. Maybe some of them are slightly smaller. Button alignment, you can change that if you like. Background and lightbox, I would suggest probably just keeping these the same. I'm not quite sure what this background does. Okay, so it puts a background on your, you can change the background color and change the corner radius and the padding around that. I don't really like it that much, so I'm not going to do that. Storage, email notifications, you can set up your email in here. They're probably going to automatically put the email in that you signed up for Squarespace with. You want your Google reCAPTCHA on, that'll be on by default, but you can manage submissions here. It'll take you to your new window and you can see who's contacted you here. And this is in that context area of the left-hand menu that shows up after you get out of the editor. I'm not going to go into the submissions area, but so that's kind of how you would go about doing that. If you have a contact page, if you have social links, you want to try and update these to be correct, go to the correct area. You can add social links here, change the design a little bit if you like. That's different from the contact form. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but definitely make sure to go through your website and edit each section as best you can. So let's save that. I just wanted to show you the forms and some of the basic things that you can do with forms. I'm going to exit out of here, and then I'm going to go to website. This is where my pages are. So I actually want to add a page to the not linked area, which is, it won't show up in the upper nav here. The main navigation has these 3 in it currently. Work, about, and contact, you can see those over here, but not linked pages won't show up in your main nav, but they'll still be on your site. And so if you have a blog page that you don't want showing up in the main nav, you can make it under not linked and then link it on your about page to your blog potentially and do it that way. So make a section in your about and then have that link, maybe a button or something link, or an image linked to your blog. Or you can just make a blog in your actual main navigation showing up on your nav. But I'll show you what not linked does, because I don't think I've done that yet. So if you go here, there is a blog option, which is sweet, super simple. So blog, I was kind of liking this layout. I feel like these are a little bit overwhelming. I just kind of want to go with this. And then I can name it, something like that. And then we can actually go in. So if you go into it and click here, we can go to the blog post title 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you scroll down, you can see there's 1, 2 with a little thing, and then you have to go to read more to see more. So really all I wanted you to do is one of these. So we could start with blog post title 1. We can change the settings on this. We can change the image. Change up a different image there. This is the slug or post URL. Maybe simplifying that would be good. So that you don't have like a messy URL on that. You can update the excerpt. Okay, and yeah, you can change your, remove the image and add another image, probably maybe of your work. So I do want you to make a blog. I do want you to talk about current work that you're working on, at least one project, and just kind of highlight it, what your ideas are, what you're doing, that kind of thing. And then, have an image of it, hopefully, and just kind of talk about your work. And if it's not a current project, maybe a past project or something that you're interested in doing in the future, just so long as you're kind of highlighting the things that you're interested in. So yeah, we can change the images on this. I think this is going to matter quite a bit, so I'm going to make it like probably a little bit more like this, and then save. So that's the image editor. We can change that. We can move that around a little bit. Okay. We can also go back in here and do a little bit more work too. Probably here. Make it a little bit bigger maybe. I want it to fill in the, I could change the, well, that's good enough for now, I guess. It doesn't have to be perfect, but there is SEO, social image, share, location. These things are probably good things to look into and change, but I'm not going to make you do that, so I'm going to save that. So you can see the little thumbnail is updated. I just went here to settings to do that. Then if I go here, we can edit this page and we can start, we can change out this image. Well, let's see, we want to go to blog post title 1. So let's edit this page. Let's see, not quite sure. Okay, so click on this, push edit, and so now we are editing blog post title 1. You can add in, your ideas here, your title, and that kind of thing. Edit section. So you can add in, you can add or take away some things, change the color on the background there. So yeah, editing this would be good. Adding in an image of your work would be good. So yeah, you only have to do one of these. So you don't need to do any more than that. So definitely work on one blog page and get that working the way you want it to. And don't forget to add in the image of your artwork somewhere in there. Sorry, I'm kind of spacing out here, but anyway, so that's how you would add in, your blog page. It's fairly straightforward, fairly easy to do. And then editing for mobile was another thing that I want you guys to look into with every page on your website. You want to minimize scrolling as much as possible. So that might mean, changing up the text a little bit. Maybe you want to, do things like that, but you definitely go through on each page and edit with mobile. It will be different from the desktop when you switch back and forth, much like you did in Wix, but just make sure you edit for mobile view on every page. Minimizing scrolling, making text large enough to be scannable, simplifying text, and also making buttons a little bit larger so they're easier to click with your finger. Those are just some of the things you need to watch out for. Okay, well, that's about all I wanted to cover with this video. Okay, thanks, bye.